Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here and welcome back to our second video of the day. Another video just to try and whet your appetite for the upcoming NXT Takeover Dallas event coming up tonight. This is going to be an NXT Tag Team Championship match as the challengers, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, American Alpha, take on Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder of the Revival, the current NXT Tag Team Champions. So like I said, this is our second video of the day. We've already uploaded Apollo Crews versus Elias Sampson. We've still got to come up, Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin, debut for Aries, of course. We've got Asuka taking on Bayley for the NXT Women's Championship. Sami Zayn taking on Shinsuke Nakamura in Nakamura's debut for NXT. And of course, Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe for the NXT Championship. So all of those videos will be uploaded today. We're going to try and do one on the hour, every hour leading up towards the NXT TakeOver pay-per-view. And of course, we'll be doing the same thing on Sunday for WrestleMania as well. So be sure to keep an eye out for that. It's going to be a pretty good day. I'm trying to get all these recorded beforehand. This is actually Easter weekend I'm recording these. Just so I can get everything uploaded and ready and scheduled to go. So hopefully it should all be planned in quite nicely. I'm looking forward to this one. Chad Gable and Jason Jordan, probably my favourite thing in WWE right now. They're absolutely incredible. Just the chemistry between the two of them, the charisma between the two of them, just the comedy factor and the sheer wrestling ability as well. They're absolutely incredible. And I would be very, very surprised if at the end of NXT TakeOver Dallas, these two don't walk out as the NXT Tag Team Champions. As you can see, it's taking a bit longer on the loading screen. That's because, of course, we do have an NXT TakeOver Dallas Arena downloaded as well. You would have already seen it on the Apollo Crews versus Elias Sampson match, but it's a really good arena, actually. It's a little bit blurry in places, but still, it's a really good arena. Obviously, we don't know what the arena is going to look like as of yet, so this is just someone's guess from the community creations. I have stressed before in the past that nothing that I use in this game, none of it is my own work, I will say. These created wrestlers I've then downloaded off the PS4 community creations. The arena is downloaded as well. And it's really just a way for me to showcase some other people's talents. And of course, put together some pretty good videos for you, of course, as well. This has taken ages to load, isn't it? We're already like 2 minutes into the video. We're still on the loading screen. Oh, I was about to cut the rest of that out, but there we go. We're in. We are in. And here is the arena. As you can see, it does look pretty good. Takeover Dallas, Texas. And here are the challengers. American Alpha, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. Like I said, I would be stunned if these two did not walk out from NXT TakeOver Dallas as the NXT Tag Team Champions. I think for me, it just seems to be the natural thing that should happen. And I really hope these two guys are going to be included in 2K17. I think if 2K are wise enough, they would have scanned a lot more NXT guys this year, because obviously NXT is such a massive part of WWE now. It's one of the most popular parts of WWE. I'd be surprised if these two guys are not going to be on the game, or even at least downloadable content. And here, of course, come the NXT Tag Team Champions. Scott Dawson there on your left, Dash Wilder on the right. It's going to be interesting. I'm really looking forward to this match. I'm unsure about Dawson and Wilder. I know they're very good. Of course, they're very good. But what they do, they're very old-fashioned sort of tag team. I find it a little bit boring every now and again, but I know they're very good at what they do, and I think it will translate onto the main roster. Will it translate as well as what they hope? I don't think so, because with a lot of the main roster fans are a lot younger than what the NXT fans are. The NXT fans can appreciate the old style of wrestling that Dash and Dawson put out. Not quite sure if the young fans will really understand it, but I think there'll be a fantastic heel tag team anyway. And that's what it's for, the NXT Tag Team Championships. Our first championship match of the day. I think actually our first championship match in our random match series as well. So it'll be pretty interesting to see. As Lillian Garcia introduces the two teams. Jason Jordan on your left, Chad Gable on the right. Of course, American Alpha. I think there were guys on the community creations that were a bit more Jason Jordan and Chad Gable that had a bit more up-to-date sort of attires, but I think these two are definitely the best ones. I think the faces on these two are definitely the best. And there's Dash and Dawson with the championships. Hand the belts across to the referee. And I'm really looking forward to this one. I love all these little these little scenes in between. These little things are what 2K really worked on this year, and it does improve the quality of the matches, makes it feel a lot more real. There's still quite a lot to work on next year, I think, though. And here we are, we've got Chad Gable and Dash Wilder in the ring to start things off. Or I don't think they call him Dash anymore. They call him Wilder, they just call him Dash now, then. Is it just Dash and Dawson? I'm not 100% sure, to the truth. Like I said in the Apollo Crews versus Elias Sampson match, I've not watched a lot of NXT. I didn't have the network for about 6 months. I just didn't watch any NXT in that sort of period of time. I have, over the last few days, just been blitzing as much NXT as I possibly can. I'm only about 15 episodes away from being completely caught up now, so it's really good, actually. It's really good just to blitz through loads and loads and loads like this, because it's just great to get through so the storyline so quickly as well. Of course, I've only just literally seen the debuts of guys like Elias Sampson, and the Revival came out of nowhere, really. I think they're a team that had been used to job against some of the bigger teams quite a few times, and they just came in and won the tag team championships really, really quickly, didn't they? It was out of nowhere, really. And they've been quite a formidable team since they came in. They've got a really good finisher. It's quite similar to the 3D that obviously the Dudley Boys use. I noticed that as soon as I saw it. I thought that's very similar to the 3D. It's almost like they lift him up instead of going in for the cutter. They drop him into a gutbuster, which is quite a clever move. And you see the way that they've got a lot more slow, methodical style. The Revival, very old-fashioned sort of style. They like to cut the ring in half, use some very old-fashioned sort of tag team maneuvers as well. A big boot to the face there by Scott Dawson. And of course, when Jason Jordan first debuted in NXT, I believe he was in a tag team with Ty Dillinger. Now, Ty has gone off on his own doing his whole 10-10-10 gimmick, a perfect 10. And I think it's worked out best for both parties, really. I think Ty's starting to get over now as a singles competitor, and Jason Jordan and Chad Gable are getting over as a tag team much more than what Jason Jordan and Ty Dillinger ever did. I've seen some things actually the last few days, just to go off on a little bit of a tangent with Ty Dillinger. I've seen a few things over the past few days where there was a couple of pictures uploaded on Cody Rhodes' personal Twitter account. Cody Rhodes was dressed back in a suit out of the Stardust sort of gimmick, and he was pictured alongside Tyler Breeze and Ty Dillinger, which got people sort of talking about a potential new stable for WWE. And then Ty Dillinger added a little bit to the fuel to the fire as he tweeted the words, what was it? Perfect, pretty, and dashing, I think it was. So yeah, people have really taken that and they've started to run with it now as a potential new stable in WWE. Who knows? It's a possibility. It could have just been something completely out of the blue. They could have just all been together and sort of promoting something. But at the same time, I couldn't understand why. Nothing against Ty Dillinger, but of course Cody Rhodes and Tyler Breeze are now guys on the main roster. Ty Dillinger is not somebody who's really at the top end of NXT as yet, so to have him in there was a little bit strange unless they have a specific reason to have those three together, like if it is potentially going to be a stable in the future, which I quite like the idea actually. Dashing Cody Rhodes, Prince Pretty Tyler Breeze, and the Perfect 10 Ty Dillinger, I think that would be quite a good little stable. And something else I read yesterday as well was an interview with Kurt Angle, of course, who has left TNA now. His contract has expired. He's done all his farewell matches and everything as well. And one thing he said is that if he came back to WWE, he would love to recreate Team Angle with, yes, you've guessed it, Chad Gable and Jason Jordan. He thinks that these two are absolutely hot and have a massive future in WWE, as do I. And he thinks that using himself as a mouthpiece would really get them over on the main roster, and I really hope that happens, because that just sounds like an amazing sort of storyline. You could have Jason Jordan and Chad Gable doing all the lackey work for Kurt Angle, and then Angle could come in and have the odd match here and there. Of course, Angle's 47 now, I think he is, so he's not got a lot of time left in the ring, so using guys like Jordan and Gable to do a lot of his fighting for him would be a perfect scenario for all three of them, really. And you see Jason Jordan dominating here. Only a 1 count though, and Dash Wilder is, well, he's not back up, he's back into a seated position as Jason Jordan brings him up into that Dragon Sleeper and then drops him into that Reverse Bloody Sunday. What a beautiful move that was, a great way to just to lift him up into the move, really showing some strength. And now Jordan going back to that mat-style wrestling. And this is a really good match. I'm enjoying this already. I think both these teams are quite well matched. I think the slow, methodical style of Dash and Dawson will get the fans urging towards that hot tag coming in with Jordan and Gable. More than likely Gable getting beaten up. That's what normally happens, which is Gable gets beaten up for a long period of time, makes the hot tag to Jordan. Jordan cleans house. And I think that'd be a great way. I think the match is going to flow really well this evening. Belly to belly slam there by Jason Jordan. On Dash Wilder, in for the pin he goes. 1, 2. Gable catches Scott Dawson, but it's only enough for a 2 count. I thought that could have been a 3 count there. American Alpha nearly taking the NXT Tag Team Championships away from the Revival. Gable now making his way out of the ring. Jason Jordan looked to go for a scoop slam, but slid out the back there by slid out of the back there by Dash Wilder. Oh, a tongue twister there. And using some wrestling ability of his own, you see Chad Gable looking to make his way into the ring. Referee hasn't seen the tag of Scott Dawson, but I think he is going to allow it. He does. Jason Jordan catching Dawson there with the drop kick to the shin straight away, though, over the top with that little over the top wrestling, collegiate wrestling style move, then a Northern Light suplex as well. Jason Jordan really dominating this match, and in comes his partner Chad Gable. Gable now with the front chancery. Oh, great move there, rolling him through into a knee bar. Beautiful move by Chad Gable. And I've still not done the My Career mode on 2K16 yet. I really want to have a go at that, actually. You guys will have to let me know, if you do a My Career mode, can you use a pre-made wrestler, or do you have to create a wrestler there and then? Because I would love to use someone like a Nakamura or an Austin Aries and bring them through NXT that way, or even a Chad Gable or a Jason Jordan you could do the game with as well, really. Scott Dawson now taking Gable to the outside, sending him off to the apron. And Dawson now continuing the assault on Gable on the outside. Referee trying to urge them back in, and Gable there with a jawbreaker. Oh, tried to catch him, continuing the attack with a boot to the gut, but Dawson caught it into a dragon screw. Gable tripping Dawson, makes his way back into the ring. Of course, the referee is still counting. I've got my telly on mute, so you can't hear it from the microphone. I've got no idea what the count is currently. But in comes Jason Jordan now, tagged in from Gable. And Jordan catches Dawson. And you know what? To me, it looks like American Alpha are dominating this one. There's that reverse Bloody Sunday again. Of course, one of the finisher moves of Finn Balor, in for the pin by Jason Jordan. 1, 2, and it's only enough for a 2. Very, very close to a 3, but Dash Wilder on the outside must have believed he was going to get out of it, because he didn't come and try and break it. Scott Dawson with the reversal, they're sending Jason Jordan over his shoulder. And is he going to finally make the tag into Dash Wilder? He does. And Jason Jordan catches him straight with that drop kick to the chin. You know what, I never really got Jason Jordan as well either, but now he's in this, they're really, he looks incredible, the pair of them do. I know you can probably tell how much I love this tag team, I really am. They're one of my favourite things in WWE in a very, very, very long time. Great move there by Dash Wilder, just tripping Jason Jordan, now stalking him. What does he have planned here? There is the code breaker. Of course, a move normally used alongside the... Oh, they nearly had it. They nearly had it. That's, of course, their tag team finisher. Oh, my chair's really squeaky. Their tag team finisher is normally a bit like the 3D. Sends him over the shoulders, then into the code breaker. And the Revival really taking control of this match now. Chad Gable's been thrown to the outside. Dash Wilder moving up to the middle rope. That jumping back senton. And all of a sudden, from me saying American Alpha was dominating this match, the Revival are in full control. Stamping on the knee of Jason Jordan there. Bringing Jordan back up to his feet. Dash bringing him back over to the Revival's corner. That's what they like to do. Very old-fashioned style tag team maneuvers. Cutting the ring in half. Trying to control the match in their own corner. Jason Jordan really struggling out that double Russian leg sweep. Scott Dawson in full control. Can Jason Jordan make the hot tag at some point? Scott Dawson now with a stomp on the back of Jason Jordan. Jordan's down. You see Dawson just cutting the ring in half in between Jordan and Chad Gable at all times. Dawson now taking Jordan off his shoulders and rolls through. And Jordan is down and out. Scott Dawson needs to take advantage of this. Chad Gable gets taken out by Dash Wilder, but Jason Jordan just had enough left in the locker to kick out. And the Revival in full control of this one now. It's looking like we're not going to get new tag team champions here. Dash Wilder taking Chad Gable out the ring. There's the Alabama slam. That's going to be all, surely. Scott Dawson in for the pin. 1, 2, and 3. And there you go. The Revival successfully defend their NXT Tag Team Championships here at NXT TakeOver Dallas. And I don't know about you, but I really hope that's not the case. What happens on the pay-per-view here this evening, I'm really hoping that American Alpha defeat the Revival for them Tag Team Championships. But I tell you what, Jordan and Gable dominated the match for the most point, and then all of a sudden the Revival out of nowhere just turned this one around, took complete control. And Jason Jordan got absolutely demolished with some big moves. You see just a few of the highlights from this one. Very old-fashioned style moves from the Revival, but they do have their high-impact ones as well. There's an angle slam there by Jason Jordan earlier in the match. There's me talking about Kurt Angle potentially reforming a team Angle alongside Jordan and Gable. And here you see towards the end, see Dash Wilder sending Chad Gable to the outside, allowing Scott Dawson to catch Jason Jordan with that big Alabama slam. In for the pin he goes. Wilder has Chad Gable out of it. And that's enough for the 3 count. So the Revival successfully defend their Tag Team Championships at NXT TakeOver Dallas. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm hoping this ends the other way when the real pay-per-view happens this evening. Let me know in the comment section below what you want to see. And I think it's going to be a good match. I really do. I think American Alpha are really one of the hottest things in WWE at the moment. And I just see that continuing this evening. Of course, if you have enjoyed this video, then be sure to hit that like button. And of course, subscribe, because this is only the second video of 6 today. And then we all have our WrestleMania ones coming up on Sunday as well. So be sure to keep an eye out for them as well. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you all pretty soon for Austin Aries versus Baron Corbin.